Yo, 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 it is another Rowdy Thursday, and that can only mean one thing. It is a brand new episode of A Worthy Addiction.
Yeah.
And let me not waste any time. Let me introduce to you guys my host. He has a professional record of 100 wins and no losses in missionary position. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending, undisputed, doggy style champion of the world, my man, Unworthy Panty Dropper Collector. Ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Ooh, man, do you feel the electricity with that introduction?
You are electric.
Ooh, I got goosebumps. Look at me. I got
goosebumps. There you go. All right.
And I don't have nearly as good of an introduction, but I still have a good one. He is the man that puts the whore in horror. He is Toy Addict 17. This side of me.
This side right here. This side right here. Thank you for that beautiful intro. And welcome, everybody. It is another Rowdy Thursday. You could have been anywhere on social media, but you chose to be with us tonight, and we appreciate you. We thank you for the support. And with that being said, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please do so right now. Hit that notification bell for more content, or
don't. It don't matter. We're gonna be here. If you don't do any of those things that he just said, we're still gonna be here next week. So
we're still gonna be here. So well,
we're gonna be here like this, going like, "Hi, sorry, we're not sorry."
Sorry, but not sorry. Because that's one thing you will not get from us, is you will never get another apology from us. We're just going to be ourselves. I hope you guys are okay with that, because we're going to do it anyways.
Yeah,
so Unworthy,
here we are.
We're here. Here we are. It's Thursday. We're here. We were pumped. As you guys can see, I'm a mess tonight, but you know what? I already went over it a little bit on my chat on the live pre-show. So I'm not going to go into too much, because I'm going to have a good time. But I am hurt tonight, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to represent Bray Wyatt as much as I can tonight with this kind of some of these merch. So, left field, you know what I'm saying? Left field.
Out of nowhere. 36 years old. I'm interested in seeing what the news is that comes out as it comes out, or if there's any. Sometimes with somebody of this stature, you don't really get a lot of answers. It's definitely out of left field. It's definitely a big shock. Danny and I both big Bray Wyatt fans. So, our condolences to the family. And we're not going to dwell too much on it tonight, because we got an awesome guest tonight.
Yes, we do. Now, our guest, let me not, waste any time. Let me give him a proper introduction.
Don't waste any. Whatever you do, hold on a second. Let me stop you right there.
All right.
Whatever you do, don't waste any time.
Don't waste any time.
Not even right now. Like right now, I feel like you're wasting a little bit of time.
let me introduce to you guys our special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the man. He is the myth. He is the Raven. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raven's Eye 21. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to A Worthy Addiction, dude.
Yes. I thought he was gonna fuck it up and say Raven's Eyes Collectibles, or like I thought he was gonna fuck it up. I really thought he was gonna.
You're muted, buddy. You're muted. Can you hear us now?
Uh-oh. We're not prepared for. Oh no! Oh.
We got you. We can't hear you. We'll let him come back.
He'll be back.
We'll come back. Other than that, Unworthy, how are you doing, buddy? How was your day, dude?
I'm doing good. I've had a busy week. I had a long stretch of work with no days off. So I am looking forward to having tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday off.
I know.
Get some work done around the house. Do a little bit of napping. I think I'm going to nap so hard, motherfucker's going to find me.
Well, you know what's crazy? I called you earlier and I swore I was at work. So when I called you earlier, we got our buddy back. Hold on. Let's get him back on. Ladies and gentlemen, Raven's Eye Studio 21 in the building.
Now we're on time. No delay.
Now we are. Here we go.
All right. But Unworthy, I called you earlier. So for all those don't know, I'm notorious for calling him Worthy at the wrong time. He either has his hand inside of a refrigerator, he's fixing something, whatever he's doing. But I always have a funny way of calling him fixing something, always fixing something. So today it was funny because I gave him a call today and I was talking to him about something. And my man was at Walmart doing this thing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like on any other day, he's the one that's busy. And I'm quote unquote busy, but I wasn't fucking busy because, you know, whatever, I do my thing. But yeah, he wasn't busy. He was chilling and he was telling me about all these, you know, these days off that you got, all this shit, just rubbing it all in my face.
I was like, I'm gonna open this bottle of moonshine and I am going to get hammered tonight on the show, and then I am going to sleep until about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Well, that's the plan. So Ravenseye, you're here, dude. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on. I know I reached out to you yesterday. And I was like, hey, dude, are you busy? And you said no. And then you kind of had me there because you said, but then you sent that gif of like, what's Robert Downey Jr.'s character in Tropic Thunder? I forgot. I always forget his name. He's like, hell yeah! And I was like, all right, he's excited. Good. I thought you were gonna be like, no, fuck off. I don't want to be on your show.
Hell no.
I can't be associated with the likes of you.
Dude,
your Superman addiction has been turned off a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know who.
Smart
I know
man.
somebody. I know someone who's not turned off by Superman. This fucking guy right here, because he owns more. Yeah, you own. Let's not go there. You own as many Supermans as you own dicks in your collection. You have plenty of.
That's definitely not true.
I think he has a lot of dick.
He has a lot of. He has a lot of super dicks now too.
I do have a lot of Supermans all of a sudden though. This is the new thing that happened.
Yeah. Well, folks, as you guys can see, I couldn't sell Cody Rhodes to him, but I did sell Superman to him.
No. Listen, I just to shed the you know that scene in Wizard of Oz where like don't look behind the curtain. Well, I'm gonna pull the curtain back. I'm gonna explain the situation. So we don't have Danny here saying that I'm a Superman fan. Because if there's one thing that I don't like, it's Superman. I'm not a big Superman guy. Okay. But I have the Action Comics 1000, the first Superman that McFarlane put out. And inexplicably, somehow, he had a crack that developed across his chest. I don't know if it was plastic was weak or whatever, but he had a big crack right across his chest in a way that I couldn't fix it without super gluing everything else together. So
Superman,
I was like, I need to find a new Superman body so I can put the head on it, so I can use Superman in pictures getting his ass kicked. Because if you look at all my Superman pictures that I've ever posted, most of them Superman's getting his ass kicked.
Oh god!
Like 8, I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 because I've had a few where like Superman's kind of the forefront because I was doing a collab.
Okay.
But most of them, Superman's getting his ass kicked. And I was like, I can't put this broken Superman in here anymore because I'm going to break him further. And if you go on eBay, you'll see that 1000 Action Comics 1000 Superman, the first one that McFarlane put out, it's going for a lot of money.
How much? How much we're talking here?
Loose, no box, no accessories, none of that shit. What would be? I mean, the other set of hands and the base.
Yeah.
That's all that you got with accessories then. But that one is going for like $75. Just the figure.
Damn. For McFarlane?
Yeah, because up to just recently, it's like the only Superman he's put out that wasn't like battle damaged or the stupid rebirth suit.
Yeah.
So I wanted a new Superman body. I wanted that classic Superman body that had the red trunks, the yellow belt, the S on the back. Like I wanted a classic Superman, and have not put one out. They had one that was in the Devastator, but the Devastator 2-pack, but it was like battle damaged or whatever. So I didn't want that one, and I already had Devastator, so I didn't want to buy another one. So out comes McFarlane with this.
Look, everybody, this is how I feel. Oh, he has a 2-pack.
The 2-pack.
This is the new Ultraman Superman 2-pack, and I bought this because I was thinking, hold on, rewind. I bought the the Doomsday Superman 2 first because I was gonna like head swap. That's it. It's classic suit.
Okay.
Head swap. But then that Superman is battle damage. And I was like, okay, well, fuck, that ruins that. So then I ordered this, and then wouldn't you know, I don't know if you can tell here, but it's the fucking. Not only is it the stupid rebirth suit. Where is he? There he is. Rebirth suit with the blue trunks right here where his dick is. And the face is terrible. Stand-up comedian.
He looks like the guy that stands behind the bushes at the playgrounds.
Yeah, he's the creeper. That's the creeper Superman.
Creeper Superman.
So I
do admit that.
About that. I was like, okay. And then they released the single release of Hush Superman without the poison ivy vines.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy that one. And then that's going to be my new Superman build.
Okay.
I'll just do the head swap because it's the classic body. It's actually a little bit beefier body, but it's got the red undies. And he's got his red panties, his red thong on because he's a little bitch. So he's got his red panties on.
So much just
it gets delivered.
He's gonna get muted soon.
It gets delivered, and then wouldn't you fucking know, literally the same fucking day that Hush Superman gets delivered, fucking Todd McFarlane puts out a 2-pack of Atomic Skull and Superman, and it's the exact fucking Superman that I want.
You love that.
So now I have like all kinds of fucking Supermans.
Yeah,
not because I'm a fan, just because I just
love them all.
Chasing the dragon, was trying to get that fucking one Superman back.
That sounds like an undercover addict right there. I'm just saying,
or an undercover Superman addict. That's what it sounds like.
There it is.
No.
That's all right. Hey, you can fool anybody, but you're not gonna fool me or Raven. All right, you're not fooling us. All right. So keep drinking your moonshine, so the truth will come out eventually.
You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on that thought. One second.
Here we go.
While we're holding on to that thought, I know the chat's here, so I want to say hi to the chat. Raven, what do you think? Say hi to the chat. See how the chat's doing. We got our boy, the real Bill in the house. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. Yes, dude. Definitely not the news that I wanted today, but definitely rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. You're here. We got everybody's favorite dad, Cobra Dad, in the house. What's going on, dude? We got our boy Toyota Unlimited. No fucking apologies. You're absolutely right, friend. There are no fucking apologies. Not anymore.
No need.
My son is in the house. 88 Figs. Hey. What's up, homie?
What's up, 88?
What up, Junior? We got our Rowdy boy in the house. Clintastic. What's up, dude? Thank you for coming on. We got our homie Realm of Toys, Frank. What is going on, dude?
What's up, Frank?
Welcome.
How's it going?
We got JP Ryder Kick in the house. What's up, dude?
Ryder
Kick.
He's been killing it with those. Warhammers. Damn.
Yeah. My boy Matt.
Did you guys see the
house? What's up, dude?
Or not Deathstroke? Did you guys see the Talon shot that he dropped yesterday?
Oh my god! Yeah,
it was really nice.
What an insanely good picture!
It is.
Hands down one of the best pictures in that whole collab, and there was mad people up in that bitch.
That was good.
Beautiful
that was
job.
A really good one.
We got our boy Jedi Jack in the house, man. This guy's so talented. You go check out Jedi Jack's page, man. He posted a couple of pictures of some of his dials he made. This dude is like
amazing.
His hands are like they're godly.
They are.
They are godly hands, and he has a beautiful mustache, by the way.
Yes.
We got my man Path the Collector in the house. What's up, Path? Welcome, dude.
Path.
All right. We got our homie Diggs Figs in the house. What's up, Diggs Figs? Welcome. Hey, welcome everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you have not hit that like and subscribe button, please do so right now. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. Because at the end of the day, don't.
No.
We're gonna be here anyways. But I know you guys will because you guys love us and we love you. So much love to you guys as always. So, guys, all right, you had a thought there. You said you were gonna talk about something here.
I do. I have more than a thought.
Here we go.
So here is the Hush that came the same day as the Superman I wanted get released.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm saying. This is how much I don't give a shit about Superman. Between this 2-pack, I am going to use this Superman's body for a Sinestro Corps Superman custom with this Superman's head.
Thank God.
Because he's angry. And then I will put this stupid goofy face on this body.
Why?
And give it away. You guys can, whoever wants it can have it. Because I don't give a shit about
Superman. What's up, dude?
I just wanted the one Superman.
Oh my
and now
goodness.
I've got too many of them. And Danny's going to think I'm a fucking Superman fan if I don't get rid of these.
You got Danny's hands sweating right now. A free Superman? Free Superman? Oh.
Yeah, do you want if you want the Jerry Seinfeld stand-up comedian fucking Superman on the Hush body, then you can have
he looks like, you know who he looks like? He looks like Adam Sandler in fucking like what is that movie? The Mr. Deeds, not Mr. Deeds, the one with Happy Gilmore.
Oh shit.
He looks like Adam fucking Sandler.
Yeah, man.
But hey, he looks more like wedding. He looks more like wedding singer.
Superman.
Well, listen, you can't convince anybody. You can't tell me.
He looks more like wedding singer in this.
He does. He does look like that. Definitely. But listen, yeah, you can't convince me. I think you're a Superman fan on a low. You just
listen, I like evil Superman. I like it. I like my villains to be unstoppable. I don't like my heroes to be unstoppable.
Have you seen that Vampire Superman?
Yeah, I have that one. He's evil.
I know you like them.
He's good. I like that one. That's a beautiful figure. I've got, listen, as far as evil Supermans, I've got Vampire Superman. I've got Superboy Prime. I've got the Infected Superman. I've got the Eradicator.
Why do they call him the
Ultraman?
I've always hated the Infected Superman. I've always hated that. Like, he like stepped out on Lois one day and like, what the fuck? He got like, somebody had like kryptonite.
He got the super hooper kind of syphilitis.
Poison Ivy got a hold of him.
Kryptonite clap.
That shit that don't go away with just some ointment. Let me tell you.
Oh no. I could just picture him to heal himself. Like he has like a fucking rash on his balls and he like flies up. Look, Raven's like, oh shit, here we go. Yep, it's about to go. Yeah. Danny's going from 0 to 100 real quick. Nope. So
now I will say, out of those two of those evil Supermans, the Vampire Superman and the Infected Superman, they're both stupid figures to own.
Yeah.
Because there was no Vampire Superman in that comic.
Okay.
And the Infected
there were the covers,
Superman,
right?
He was not actually even infected. Like he was pretending to be infected.
So there were the covers, right? Well, anyways, going back to what I was saying, I could picture Superman like flying in the air because he found out he has like the clap and he wants to get healed and there's no ointment for him, right? So he like flies up to the sun. No, I could see him like flying towards the sun with his legs spread open. And like he just has it
off.
And he's like, it off. He airs his fucking balls and his thing in the fucking sun so it can heal, right? I'm assuming that's the way he does it, right?
You know what else I can imagine him flying right up to with his legs wide open is a gigantic dildo with a bat symbol on it. He just flies in and just takes it right up his fucking pooper. Like that's what that guy does.
Where does he get those wonderful toys? Oh man! Well,
to paraphrase Zach Evergreen, BC Zach on the Knife Podcast. Do you, Superman? Do you like the butt stuff? Yes, he does.
Kryptonite dildo.
Kryptonite dildo. There we go.
Yeah.
The Joker virus. Yeah.
No, he's not. Didn't happen in the comic. He was in disguise, Cobra Dad. Don't make me argue comics with you.
You will not win.
Listen, speaking of Superman, I can officially take something off my bucket list. So I have never been to Six Flags ever. So Tuesday was the first time that I ever went to Six Flags. Now, there have been times in the past where I've been invited or people have planned for me to go and we never went or something happened and we never went to Six Flags. I'm 37 now and I finally made it to Six Flags. So we ended up taking a trip. It was about a 3-hour drive from here, Connecticut to Jersey to go to the Six Flags over there. And I already had everything planned out. The first ride I was going to get on was the Superman. I wanted to get on the
Superman anymore, is it?
It's called the Superman. It's still the Superman. So I wanted to get on the Superman. That was the ride I wanted to get on. It had to be that one. So we get there, and we don't get on that ride first. We ended up going on a little carousel with the kids. I had the kids, so we were like doing the horses. As I'm standing there holding my 3-year-old and then my son, and everybody's like having a good time, which lasted about a fucking minute. Like it took longer for them to fucking strap all the kids in and make sure the kids didn't fall off than the fucking ride itself. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So we get off of that. So then me and 2 of my daughters, because we were celebrating one of my daughter's birthday. She turned 11 years old. Happy birthday, Cassandra. Daddy
Happy
loves
birthday.
you. So
birthday.
you shouldn't be watching this show, but I'm going to shout you out anyways. So we ended up going on this ride. I forgot the name of it. I think it's like Twisted something bullshit. It's like this fucking thing that goes up and then it like spins you around, then it reverses and it spins you again. And my daughter had this whole like, she like freaked out and everything. I think she cussed a couple of times because she was like nervous and she was like, "Can you please get me off this ride? Get me off." It was terrible. It was a terrible ride. So after that, me and my other daughter, she really wanted to get on the Joker. And I told her, okay, let's get on the, well, no, before that, I went to the Superman. I took a photo in front of the Superman. They had the big Superman logo on the floor. I took a photo of myself on it. And then I was going to get on the Superman, but the line was crazy long. And I was like, I'm not going to waste my time here. I'll come next time. Hopefully I'll come next time. So I didn't end up going on the Superman. So then my daughter really wanted.
You didn't come just standing right on the Superman symbol?
No, I didn't come on the Superman single. No, I could have, but I didn't.
That's surprising.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was probably close.
I almost did.
He
So,
definitely
like-
had Dick Grayson in his hand.
Yeah, I write Still Daily. Absolutely. So my other daughter wanted to really get on the Joker. So I was like, let's go. All right, let's go on the Joker. So as we're walking, she starts tearing up. And I'm like, you okay? You don't want to get on? She's like, I didn't know it was that high. And I was like, well, I mean, you could change your mind. We don't have to go on it. We could go on something else. We go to the water park. And she's like, no, I'm going to go. I'm like, okay. So the whole time that we're fucking going, I'm actually seeing how high this fucking thing is and how much it spins. And it's like this zigzag. Look, it's weird as fuck. And I'm like, I'm starting to second guess myself. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this. So I'm like sitting there trying to convince her because she's like crying. I'm like, you sure you don't want to get on? Like, you don't have to. Like, you know, if you're scared, it's okay. We'll try it next time. And she's like, no, I want to get on. As she's crying. I'm like, fuck. So
you were hoping she'd be like, no, I don't want to do it.
Seriously.
You'd be like,
He was hoping she'd back out. Hoping.
Oh, I was praying. Not hoping, praying. So we get to the fucking gate and the guy's like, oh, you got to take your hat off. You got to empty everything out of your pocket. I was like, oh shit, maybe I could just be like, you know, but here comes my my ex-wife because she was with us and she's like, yeah, I'll hold your stuff. I'm like, fuck. so
she knew you were shitting in your little fucking ditties.
I don't know what was worse, the fact that I was scared to get on the ride or the fact that she was gonna have my phone. I don't know which one was worse.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right. So then I'm like still trying to convince her, and then I'm like, all right, Noli, if we go through this gate, there's no turning back. She's like, and in my head I was like, we don't have to do this, and she's like, no. I want to do this. I want to do this, and walks right in. I'm like, fuck.
Oh man, I wish she had said, I want to do it for you, Dad. I wish she had said that.
You know what?
And that's when Daddy started crying.
That's when Daddy at that point didn't want to look like a pussy in front of his 12-year-old. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on this ride. But then I'm seeing all these grown fucking men, and they're like literally looking like they shit on themselves. Like they're like, there's this one fucking guy, he was there and he had like glasses, but he had like the glasses that are like doubled. It's like you're blind, but like you're beyond blind. Like
The
advanced blind.
Like it's one thing not to be able
bottom.
to right. It's like one thing not to be able to see your dick when you pee, but that's like beyond blind right there. So the fucking guy had like fucking the bottom of fucking like the glass bottles on his fucking eyes. So you could see the fear.
He looked like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, he looked like a fucking fish.
What the fuck is this going on?
Right, exactly. So he's fucking petrified. So I'm already like about to shit on myself because I'm like, fuck, I really don't want to do this. But this little girl don't want to back up. She don't want to back down. I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm kind of proud of her because she was like, she's crying. She's like breathing hard. But I'm like, all right, I got to man up now. So we ended up going there and then we sat down and then the pieces that come down, you know, you have to pull them down all the way down. So I'm like I'm pushing onto my fucking stomach. So I'm like pushing it that way down to the point where I'm like starting to get cramps because the shit is squeezing the hell out of it. And I'm trying to tighten the thing. And my daughter starts crying because she was like, Dad, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I was like, well, sweetheart, at my height, I'm like,
too late now.
Motherfucker, you could have told me this out there. We would have been all right. You gonna tell me this now? I'm like, it's too late, baby. It's too late. I was like, I'll hold your hand. But then I'm thinking, I'm like, what if I hold her hand and like
you
hit my head or
squeeze your hand and break it?
Fuck, what if I yell like a bitch and like she sees this? Like she can't see her dad. The hell no. So we're there. The young lady comes and she's like checking. She's pulling on the you know whatchamacallit,
harness.
The harness part, and like she's pulling on the at one point I thought she was gonna pull on my pants, but she pulled on this belt buckle. So I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. So she's pulling on the
Thanks
fucking
for the
thing.
gift before the ride.
Right? Yeah, right. If that was gonna be my last go, I would have died in peace. So
saving that for later.
So here we go, right? So we're on the thing. So then they do the Batista, the thumbs up. They do the thumbs up, right? And then this fuck
no.
And then all of a sudden you see like this whole like that. She really didn't do that, but I kind of saw her do this when the fucking ride was gonna start. So the thing starts moving, and I'm sitting there like in my head, I'm like, fuck, and like everything started flashing before my eyes. Like I was like, why the fuck did I start?
I had so much I wanted to accomplish in this life.
I didn't even open
so many more pictures to take.
Like I didn't tell Unworthy I loved him before I left.
Yeah, you didn't. What if you had died, you son of a bitch? I'd have been living the rest of my life wondering.
So here I am on the fucking ride, and my daughter's like, she's breathing hard, but she's doing this whole like, remember Triple H when Randy Orton RKO Stephanie McMahon, and he ran in a ring and he was doing this. That's what my daughter looked like. She looked like fucking Triple H. So we're going up, and it goes way high. Then it just starts like going backwards, and then that's when I close my eyes. And all I could hear as this ride is going is, besides my heart beating, I could hear my daughter screaming her fucking head off. So as a dad, I'm like, fuck my body, fuck my arms. If I lose it, I don't care. So I wrap my arm around her arm to hold her, to reassure her that everything's all right, as I'm crying in the inside myself because I'm fucking scared. So she's
die strong, baby, die strong.
She's crying, but I'm like, it's okay. It's almost over. It's only one time. We got this. And man, we get to the end. The ride is over. Mind you, I'm like shitting bricks already. I'm like, I would never fucking do this ride ever again. She gets off and she's like wiping her tears. And I'm like pumping her up. Like, I'm so proud of you. Your 18-year-old brother, he was a little bitch. He didn't want to get on, but you got on. Like, and she like felt good about herself. And I was like, all right. So here I am, with boosted up with all this self-esteem because my 12-year-old is such a fucking badass, because my daughters are badasses. She's such a badass. And here's her dad almost nearly let the fucking skid mark in my fucking underwear after this fucking ride. And like, I was like, honestly, as soon as we got off the fucking ride, I was praying that she didn't say, let's go on the Green Lantern. I was like, fuck you. I'm not going on anything else.
Oh, you guys didn't go on the Green Lantern?
No, we didn't go on the Green Lantern. Might go on the next time. Next time we go, I might go on that one. But like after that, we decided to go to the water park. And let me tell you, my insecurity went down really low. And I will never body shame anybody but myself. I've always felt like if I took my shirt off at any water park or any beach, I feel like either the animal control people will come, either some kids are going to fuck around and find some fish and throw some fish at me, or somebody's going to try to put me in the fucking water because I look like a fucking seal without my shirt on because I need to lose fucking weight. So, and the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right. So I decided first of all, I didn't even bring any swimming trunks. My kids and everybody else got in the water. So I'm standing there like a fucking pendejo with the fucking stroller, watching all their fucking Crocs float everywhere because the fucking waves were coming in from like the pool area. But let me tell you, man, the view was great. I had sunglasses on. So as my kids are swimming, going, hi, daddy, I'm like shaking my head, smiling. So they think I'm like, but no, I was looking at the views. And I'm telling you right now, there are some, but I will say that there were some people that I saw that I was like, you know, I don't think they should be wearing this, especially at a kid's place. Like they had like some skimpy shit on. It was like weird as hell. Like, hey, welcome back. Oh, bye. Okay.
Bye.
So
2 ounces of fabric. That's all you need.
Yeah, but moral of the story is that, and this goes to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna go on because I know you guys got a couple of comments, and I want to hear some of those comments. But moral of the story is this: if your child is as brave as mine, which I believe a lot of our kids
If your
are, right?
child has bigger balls than you,
you need to like really evaluate. Take some time and go somewhere. Go to your happy place, whether it's the bathroom, the beach, the park. Go by yourself and really, really self-evaluate yourself, because you know it's a problem when you're a 37-year-old man and you feel the fucking turtle head coming out of your asshole because you're so fucking scared, and your daughter's like crying, but she's like fighting her fear, and she's like, no, I'm gonna fucking do this. And I'm like, fuck, man, like,
and you're still saying nope.
Nope. It was bad. It was fucking. Have you guys been to Six Flags? Have you guys?
Yeah, actually, so last time I was at Six Flags, this was probably like 6-7 years ago. They had lost some sort of contract or whatever with Warner Brothers. So like when I went, they did not have none of the rides were called any of the DC rides. Like the Superman was there, the Superman ride was there, but they just called it the Ride of Steel, and like the Superman logo was not on anything. And the Green Lantern ride was called the Emerald Twilight, which was a badass way to pay homage to the fucking to the comics, at least. But like there was no Green Lantern symbols. The Batman ride wasn't even operating when I was
there. Damn, they just shut Batman down. Just nope.
Yeah, but I think that was just like because it was the Batmobile. Like, what do you do? You can't. What are you gonna call that? The fucking flying rat car. What do you call it?
I don't know. Fucking
the rat trap.
The dick trap.
The Dickmobile. It'd have nobody riding it. Well, not nobody, but
all right. Let me go to the comments. 425, welcome, dude.
What's up?
Bill said, should have taken her to the Batman ride. Hey, you know what? I don't think they had a Batman ride over there in Jersey. They don't have the Batman.
They used to have the.
They didn't have it.
It was like the Batmobile thing. It was like a drag race.
Oh, okay. Cobra Dad says, LOL, Daddy understands. Yeah, I understood. All right. Pav says, Bray's reason of death has officially been revealed. Has gotten him and had COVID. Side effects for resulting in a heart issue. Has been fighting. Suffered a heart. Damn. Sucks, man. Sucks. Fucking sucks. Vico, what's going on, dude? Welcome.
What's up, Vico?
What's up, Vico?
Let's see what else we got. Bromance. Yes, bromance. I think he's talking about me and you, Unworthy.
Probably.
And then
we're relationship goals.
Talking about women in bikinis. Well, right. He prefers to talk about dicks and Batman the whole night. Yeah. All right. And then Norman.
I like the one when you were talking about how you can't go into a swimming pool because 5 women would get pregnant.
Well, you know what? I would never listen. When I back when I was a lot slimmer than I am now, because I have you know what? I embrace fuck you. Everybody who feels any type of way. I love my dad bod.
Fuck all of you.
I love my dad bod, okay? I love my little gut. I love my little chichos, and I love to drink my beer. I don't give a fuck. I love that shit. All right. But like, you know, I do remember the times when I was a lot slimmer and I used to be, you know, I used to have nice abs and it was a long time ago. And
did you have abs? You had abs?
No.
Yeah, like that's what you said.
I had it showed like, you know how you have like it was a small stomach, but then you could see the little bulges coming out, but it really didn't show anything.
I've got like an 8-pack. I've got like an 8-pack, but it's behind the ballistic dad bod covering. Yep. Like you gotta learn. You gotta have if you have just a straight up 8-pack and somebody punches you in the stomach, it hurts. So you got to put that Busch Light, or in my case tonight, Arizona Hard Tea. You got to put that layer over it, so that when you get that sucker punch, it doesn't hurt so bad.
There you go.
I agree with that Toyota Limited. I agree 100%.
That is so true.
Now I will tell you something. Whatever I lack in body, I make up in other parts. So,
oh yeah, what parts are those?
well, let me explain.
Yeah, break it down. Is it? Wait a minute. Is it parts that you might need to put ball stick trademark pending?
No, no, not at all. Hell no. I think the best thing I got going for me is like sometimes I'll grow my beard out really nice and I'll trim it real nice. That's the best thing I got going for me. I don't have anything. There's nothing to fucking ever brag about. Like I want to sometimes like I have to tell myself like, yeah, like I picture myself looking like the Zohan, like sunglasses, no shirt, and a big bulge with a bush. I want to look like the Zohan, but like I can never be the Zohan. I'm more like the little. Remember the movie Rob Schneider played the little guy where he missed his goat. His goat got stolen. That's me. I'm Deuce Bigelow. I'm sorry, Deuce not so big below. All right. So come on, guys. I'm 50 and I got abs. Okay.
Yeah, well, we're not surprised. We're not surprised by
that. Come on.
With a mustache like that, you have to have that.
Fuck that. That's not fucking fair. Like, even if you didn't have a dad bod,
save some for the rest of us.
You have enough. The mustache alone is enough to brag about. Like, I don't even have that.
I think his mustache has abs. That's how wonderful.
Probably does.
His mustache has abs.
All I know is Jedi Jack is one of those guys I will never invite around my girlfriend. Not because I think he would do something, but because she would try to do something.
She would try to do something.
She'll wink at him as she's like drinking. She'll be drinking her martini and she winks at him as I walk away. She's like, I don't like him. He collects toys. You make dials. He collects toys. Shit. The will. Right. Shoot. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey.
All right. So, I mean, yeah. So other than fucking Six Flags, man. Like I said, we went to the water park. We had a great time at the water park. Like I said, the view was great. It was nice to see my kids having a great time. After that, it was time to go, which like I said, it took fucking forever to it was quick. Like we were quick to get there and do a couple of things, but I felt it's always like that. It always takes so much longer to fucking leave the fucking park. So like we had to leave and then we were parked on the other, it was like at the amusement park entrance. We had to catch a shuttle to where the water park was. So here we are waiting for the fucking shuttle. And then when they shows up, people are like bum rushing. So me and my son had to stay behind waiting. And I had a stroller because we didn't fit. I was telling my ex-wife, hey, just pick us up. And so we don't have to wait. But then we called her. She's like, no, they're on their way for you. I'm like, fuck, we got to wait again. And then the drive back was just long as shit. And then the worst fucking thing. If the Joker didn't make me almost shit on myself, Taco Bell almost did. So we went to fucking Taco Bell. Like we went out and got things to eat. So everybody got to choose whatever they wanted. My kids wanted McDonald's. Some of them got McDonald's. She got Popeyes. I wanted fucking Taco Bell. So I ended up ordering a Crunch Wrap and a steak quesadilla and a Mountain Dew drink. And then I always get the little red packets that they sell. And I like drown the shit out of my quesadillas. And like, you try driving 3 hours with that thing, fucking yeah, and then all those bumps and shit. Like you try doing that shit.
Bubbling.
It was bad. It was bad. It was really bad. But other than that, like I had a great time. I can't wait to go back because I really want to get on the Superman. That's gonna be like I feel like the minute I get on the Superman, I feel like I've done it. I don't have to do anything else. I could just go right to the water park after. But like. Yeah,
like I want. That's a perfect segue because I want to. You were kind of you were kind of down on yourself a little bit, Danny, about your dad bod, and I think this is the perfect time. I was going to save it for a little bit later, but I want to play this for you. So we didn't get a message this time, but our good friends over at the Hoodcast AF podcast, they got a message and. I would like to play this message that the Hoodcast AF podcast got, if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I didn't take this up with them. I didn't ask them if it was all right because
okay.
I just didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this message that the Hoodcast AF got for it.
Let's hear it.
From Calvin. I'm not sure who Calvin is. He might be a first-time caller. Let's hear from Calvin.
Yeah, I hear it.
Hello, yeah. My name is Calvin. Yeah.
Hey, Calvin.
I'm calling because I'm a real big fan of the Unworthy Collector and Toy Addict 17.
Yeah, great show.
Oh boy, those guys. Oh, they really do something for me. And I just got to say that I am looking into being the first male to have a child, and I want the father of that child
Birthing person.
to be Toy Addict 17. Oh, he's sexy. He's a sexy guy. And I know that you guys know those guys. And yeah, I was wondering if maybe someone could put in a good word for Calvin and see if maybe I could make that happen.
Absolutely.
Because the stalking it's really good right now. Oh, right now, but
like
it's getting a little played out, and I really need some one-on-one time. Yeah. So thanks a lot, fellas. My name is Calvin again, and I'll be looking out for you.
Calvin.
Bye-bye.
I will hook you up with the Unworthy Addiction Show, which is on YouTube Thursday nights. I will hook you up with them, but just make sure you bring all your shoes and glasses.
Yeah. So you have you always are saying that that I'm the famous one. I'm the one that everybody wants to meet and everybody wants to talk to. But I don't know, man. It sounds like you got it going on. Like,
a pretty
you got a
fan right there.
Yeah, you got a fan club going on.
You know, for a second there, I was trying to figure out why my asshole was hurting. I thought I was getting a hemorrhoid, but now I know it's because somebody that. What the fuck was that?
You got snuck up.
Well, I mean, Kelvin had been calling in. Kelvin had been calling into our show quite a bit, and we were playing his messages. But he started getting a little too. I want to say assaulty is the right word. He's getting a little too assaulty. So, like, I don't know if we should keep playing these messages. So I think that's why he called in.
Okay. So, oh god,
he knows that we got it in with those guys. You know, they're our brothers. Shout out to the Hoodcast AF podcast. Much love to our brothers, Fallen, Mikey V Town, and Cobra Dad, of course. So, but
wow.
I think Calvin got a hold of them because we stopped playing his messages because he was getting a little. See, rapey seems a little too strong to say on YouTube, but I mean, it sounds the most accurate thing to say.
So he's getting this way about who?
You didn't you hear what he said?
Listen, no, no, like no. Listen, Calvin, if you're watching this, I'm flattered. I'm really flattered.
He's really flattered.
I'm really flattered, but yeah, I like hair pie, sir. I'm sorry. I dabble in hair pie.
From the sounds of it, he is willing to. I mean, he said he's looking into becoming the first man to get pregnant. So, like, it sounds to me like he's willing to whatever steps are necessary. Is basically. So I'm not saying don't make any decisions right now. I'm just saying, think about it.
Put it on the back burner. Put it on the back burner.
I've already
put it in the mental banks. Think about it. So I'm glad the real Bill said time to lose the dad bod, because I think that proves it's not time to lose the dad bod. I think you got it going on just perfectly for yourself.
Right. There you go. See, I hope you guys are happy. I'm like, my self-esteem is like through the roof right now. I got somebody who wants to ask.
It's like glowing. Do you see the glow? Do you see the glow?
No.
Yeah.
That's not you read that all wrong. That's not what he wants to happen. He wants the opposite of that.
Yeah, I'm good. I have plenty of people I think that will be willing. Bill, you want to take one for the team, Bill? By all means, dude, but I'm good. I'm good.
You better hope that restraining order against Calvin gets signed through next week.
Well, seriously, it needs to. Calvin, listen, I'm flattered, but no, I'm sorry. No, not a chance.
I thought that would be a good opportunity to say that you don't need to worry about your
Well,
dad.
listen, listen. I think it's really fucked up that I go to a show and people they confuse you with me, like they call me you, and now I got a stalker. Like, what the fuck? Is there anybody that likes? There's people out here. Listen, I think this is a sad. I don't know. I'm just lost for words. I don't know what to say.
You're just so flattered, is what it is.
I am flattered.
Don't worry, we got your back. We can see your screen behind you. If it starts to move, we'll warn you.
Listen, Calvin sounds like a really nice guy, and Diggs Fig said it best. Give Calvin a chance.
No, I'm all right. Thank you. Oh my goodness, man. But yeah, back to fuck. I lost my train of thought.
Well,
next time.
Let me go ahead and do a little course correction here, since we got you so flabbergasted. Have you guys ever been interested in the shows like Ancient Aliens or Conspiracy Theory Hunters and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Ever been interested in that sort of shit?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm glad that you said yes. But even if you hadn't said yes, I was going to segue right into this. So I'm glad that you said yes. I did some research and I looked up the conspiracy theories surrounding toys and collectibles that I thought would be a nice little conversation that we could have, and it could lead into a whole lot of other things. So I just realized I closed that again, so let me hold it
Oh, never mind.
He's leaning towards scares.
I see your window.
Well, you know what's funny? My son just walked by through the kitchen, and I was like, I got like I flinched a little bit. So what the fuck are you doing?
Kind of squeezed up a little bit.
Right. I got a little tense there. I gotta watch my back. I gotta get some security.
All right. So would you like to hear about some toy conspiracy theories?
Sure. Let's see it.
So the first one, everybody knows about these handsome little cherubs.
Oh my god, those are scary as shit.
The
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, I remember those. What's the conspiracy thing on those?
So I'm glad you asked. I don't know why this keeps on closing every time I move my cursor.
A funny story. I'm about 5 hours from where Cabbage Patch Kids started.
Really?
And the store they've got is creepy as shit. They have cabbage, like a cabbage walkway with little heads in every one of them.
What the fuck? Really?
Maybe you'll be able to confirm or deny any of these accusations I'm about to level at them. Because these aren't just my accusations, to be honest. These are real things that have been said.
That's the shit right there. Garbage Pail Kids.
Garbage Pail Kids were the
so,
shit.
If you were an 80s baby, then you probably are familiar with the Cabbage Patch Kids. But did you know that there are theories surrounding these little cherubs and their exaggerated facial features that were intended to mimic the effects of nuclear fallout? Rumors swirled in the 80s and 90s that President Ronald Reagan had asked this company to produce these dolls intentionally to acclimate the citizens of the United States to what might be the mutated facial features you would come to expect after the effects of a full-on nuclear exchange.
Shit, that must be what happened to me. Damn it.
So the creator of the dolls, Xavier Roberts, he always denied that these were true. He said that he had been hand-making these dolls for years prior to signing a distribution deal with Coleco Toys in 1983. And the appearance of the doll's facial features were intended, they were intentional to ensure that they maintained a homemade doll look while still being unique and different from the next.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that makes it creepier or less creepy.
I think it doesn't change any of it.
Yeah.
I think the what you said, the whole like with the heads, I think that was a little creepier.
The fact that they look mutated.
That place is
that.
It's something else.
So you've been there. Tell us about what it's like to walk in there.
So it's like a mansion, right?
Okay.
And then they got like a little nursery. And then they got windows where you can see the Cabbage Patch Kids popping out of cabbages, and all these workers working diligently to pull them out. But the entire walkway is filled with cabbage.
Okay.
With heads in the cabbage as you walk up to the gates.
Just the heads, not the full doll.
Just the heads. Just the heads.
See, that sounds creepy.
See,
it sounds like you're asking for a conspiracy.
If it was dolls, the dolls
or other
out.
stuff.
Oh, look. But I've seen a horror movie with that. No, I still don't want. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. Says can't lie, Mitchell. Oh, really?
Well,
nice.
I mean that was the whole point of Cabbage Patch Kids. I never had any. I know my sister had some, and like it was kind of a big deal for everybody to get them. But like that was the actual thing. Like you had to go to a store that sold them back then, at least. You had to go to a store that sold them, and it was like you adopted them. Like you had to write your little 5-year-old name on these fucking sheets, like you were actually adopting these fucking dolls.
They have something.
They
have a similar thing now, but they're not Cabbage Patch. It's called Build-A-Bear.
Yep.
You go to Build-A-Bear, you adopt a bear. You name it.
Yeah,
birth certificate.
At least they look cool. They don't look like something's going to jump out of their closet and eat you.
We never had. I can't remember.
As they chew on your face.
I've never had. I don't think we've ever had Cabbage Patch Kids in our house. Like my sisters never had those. We always had like my sisters always had like Barbies and shit, or like what was that other fucking character? It was never Cabbage Patch. It was always like either Barbie or and there was another brand that they used to buy, but it was never nothing like that. No.
Yeah.
They weren't Bratz. It was can't remember the fucking name of it, but it wasn't cat. It was mostly Barbie. That was what the girls had in the house. We never had there was never Cabbage Patch.
Well, here
I must have got lucky because like my sister when I was young growing up, my sister had some dolls when she was younger, but like as she got into like middle school and high school, she was more interested in sports. She was playing basketball and softball and field hockey, like so she didn't really play with too much. Other than she always tried to steal my X-Men figures. She always stole Gambit from me, and then she broke his fucking leg, and I'll never forget that. But, and then, like my daughter too, she didn't play with Barbies. She had a few Bratz dolls, but she was more interested in like art. Like she wanted to draw, color, be outside making stuff.
So I'll date myself. When I was a kid, growing up, my grandmother, she thought it would be cool as hell if I was able to have a fucking teddy bear. Whatever. She bought me a fucking Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, those are good.
No, fuck no. When
I'm
glad you bring that up.
And that mouth move. Five Nights at Freddy's as a child had it because she bought me the Teddy Ruxpin and she bought me the damn caterpillar that was creepy as hell too. No,
I used to have my mom for Christmas one year bought my brother a Michael Keaton Batman figure from the Batman Returns movie, but she bought me and my buddy, who at the time was like Chucky. Like they didn't have a Chucky doll, but you had my buddy who came in the same size box. It was like a treehouse box, and then the eyes, he looked just like Chucky. He just was blonde. I had the blonde haired kid. I don't know why. I was like the Hispanic kid in the house that had the blonde hair. So I had that one. So that was creepy as shit. Like people used to be afraid of those because they would say like they look like, I mean, they did look like, they were like similar to Chucky, to like the good guy dolls. So
well, you can take like heavy metal tapes, put them in that Teddy Ruxpin, and he'll sing that music. He'll move to that music. Yes.
And how long did you keep this Teddy Ruxpin for?
Man, oh God, probably about 5 or 6 years. Then he got stuck up in my cousin's attic.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad that we all have familiarities with Teddy Ruxpin because
here we go.
Teddy Ruxpin is another one. Another action figure or a collectible toy conspiracy theory here. And
mind control.
So
Mind control.
in 1995, the animated teddy bear with motorized facial features took the world by storm. Teddy Ruxpin was released by Worlds of Wonder Toys and was designed to reenact stories played through a built-in cassette deck. It was the first animatronic toy of its kind, and it took the world by storm. And I'm assuming it's mostly by parents that were just too fucking lazy to want to read their kid's bedtime story. But because I had a Teddy Ruxpin and the little nightworm there, and I don't ever remember my parents ever reading me a bedtime story. So almost immediately after releases, rumors and release reports started to circulate about this little bedtime buddy. People reporting that the bear would randomly say things that weren't on the cassette tapes and speaking without there being any cassette in the bear, and even speaking without batteries in the bear. None of these reports could ever be substantiated, but some of the reports claim that the bear would say things such as, "We'll be together until the end. I'll never let you leave. Can I tell you a secret?
Oh.
Who's at the top of the stairs?" And all of those things were not sentences or questions or sentences that were even within the tapes if he did have a tape in them. And many people believe these were fantastical machinations of the mind and straight up manufactured lies, due to the fact that shortly after his release, the fact that the tech used the information was released that the tech used to make this bear was the same tech that was used to make Chucky and the Child Play movies.
I believe it. It's a lot of similarities to this thing. Now, a lot of those things I can relate to because a lot of the things I used to say that to my ex-wife. So I was kind of like
at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, like, can I tell you a secret? And then I would like add salchicha at the end of it. Everything I said. So like, can you want to see a secret? Like, can I tell you a secret? And I'll say salchicha, and then she'll laugh. Like, I thought it was cute, but like, maybe I don't know. I used to do.
What does that mean? What does that salchicha mean?
That's a Vienna sausage. It's a Vienna sausage, salchicha. So then she would laugh. Yeah, there you go. Similar. That's similar to what she used to do. I don't get the joke though.
So I remember having a Teddy Ruxpin, and I don't remember it ever saying anything wild. But I do remember my uncle used to put Aerosmith cassettes in it, and like, because it would just play whatever cassette you put in it.
Yep.
And I do remember being a little bit not scared, but like nervous about the fact of this Aerosmith singing Ragdoll and like living on the edge. Like I do remember being a little freaked out by that. Did you have one a Teddy Ruxpin there, Ravens?
Yep. And
did it ever tell you things like, "I'm going to tell you a secret," or "Don't flinch, this won't hurt too bad"?
I don't know. The worst thing it ever said to me was, "Flip over and maintain your quiet." Whatever, you know.
Wow.
Sure.
Is that really? It would say flip over.
Okay, no. So I would have it like it would sit in my closet. I gotta
get me a Teddy Ruxpin. Anybody selling a Teddy Ruxpin? Anybody want to trade? Anybody want to trade a Mesco for a Teddy Ruxpin right now?
So I would have it in the closet, and I would hear some weird shit coming from that closet. It's turned off, put away, and there was some muffled shit coming from that closet. I was like, "Nope, I'm good."
No batteries in it, and you hear from the closet, "Let me out of here, you fucking asshole!"
Oh no, I'm good. It might be.
So that's
the
Teddy Ruxpin after. So like the Teddy Ruxpin IP, like there was a bunch of movies that came out, and then I remember having this bigger Teddy Ruxpin that was like you could put cassette tapes in it, like or VHS cassettes in it, because it had like a little TV in his screen or in his belly.
Teletubby.
Because like they did a TV show for him, and I remember after that, like it was gone for a while, and then I was like a teenager. I remember it coming back out when like they started having like like the touchscreen technology and shit like that. And I remember they came out, Hasbro put another Teddy Ruxpin out that had like digital eyes, and it
Imagine
had,
that.
well, so that was one of the other things that was in that article I was reading, where this one report, they couldn't substantiate it, but like this one report of this babysitter, and I think it was, I fully believe that this was the parent fucking with this babysitter, because this kid insisted on the Teddy Ruxpin being in her room, her room when she went to bed, and the babysitter put the kid to bed, and that version of Teddy Ruxpin had like big blue, glowing blue eyes, so like it was like a white light went around it. Well, she put this kid to sleep, put this kid to bed, closed the door, and she was down in the living room watching her own TV, and she looked down and she could see like this red light glowing around the door. Like, so she went down the hall and she opened up the door, and the Teddy Ruxpin's eyes turned from red back to blue. And she was like thinking she was insane, and she had just imagined it. And then she closed the door and she went back, and same thing. A couple minutes later, red lights under the door. But then it turns out like you can hack these things and make these Teddy Ruxpin say some vile, nasty shit, and like you can make their eyes light up whatever color you want to. So I think it was the parent trying to fuck with the babysitter.
Well, what do you say? Can't breathe like you won't be so. You know how many kids? I could imagine how many kids had this fucking Teddy Ruxpin and like brought them. Like, you know how kids wake up? We were kids, right? We would wake up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I still get scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night sometimes. Like, you ever watch those like videos like on TikTok where like they say what it felt like walking to the bathroom at night or going back to the bed from the bathroom, and then the guy's like shuts the light off,
running.
And then he's running, but then people chasing him. So that's what it felt like. That still feels that way. But I could imagine like kids going into the bathroom and then like Teddy saying some things to these kids. And like even me as a kid, like I don't know, I would have fucking lost it. Like, let's trick the Drano. Let's go inside. Let's dig. Let's look through Dad's cabinet and grab some of his weed and smoke it. Let's smoke Dad's weed.
So the last one I've got here is another one that was very famous and very well known, and that's
the Furby.
Oh, I think every fucking buddy
fucking hated these little stupid fake ass gremlin looking demons. I hated those things.
So in the late 1990s, Tiger Electronics introduced a robotic half hamster, half owl, and I looked that up. I fact checked and made sure that is what Tiger Electronics describes it as: half hamster, half owl. So there's all the answers you need as to why that little.
I don't know what hamsters they've been looking at, but okay.
This creature was designed to entertain your kids, and it was called Furby. These things, they would coo and speak gibberish, respond to physical touch, and mimic expressive facial features that corresponded with its feelings. Over 40 million of these. 40. Can you just take a second to breathe that number in? 40 million of these fucking things were sold within the first 3 years of their release. However, conspiracy theories started to abound. Everything from them interfering with plane flight equipment, like during flights, which has got to be fucking terrifying if you're the pilot and you're like, oh my god, all of a sudden the plane's not working right. Somebody got a Furby out there. Also, that these things could be teaching your. Yeah, I mean, I know you're not allowed to have your phone on a plane, or like you got to have it in airplane mode, but like back then, like in the 90s, were they like, oh my god, we're going down, somebody's got a Furby out there.
And the little fucking thing is like
just his eyes are blowing red, he's like, we're all gonna die. These things were also
let's go, let's do this.
They were also accused of intentionally teaching your kids bad, foul, potty mouth words, which I'm imagining is probably like fuck and shit and cunt and asshole and shit like that. Like things that I don't let my kids say, even though I say them all the time. But the most extreme claim against the Furby was that there were international spying devices. And that theory only gained traction after the NSA, aka the National Security Agency of the fucking United States government, they banned them from their offices because it was believed that they could record conversations about sensitive information.
Why the hell would you have a Furby in the office?
Right? I'm glad you said that because that was the first thing I thought. I was like, what grown adult is bringing this into the fucking NSA office to begin with?
Well, I mean, back then maybe, but now, I mean, we're grown men. How many of us don't bring our fucking toys to work? Come on now.
I don't. I don't either. I know I would.
I got a shelf of Funkos right by my desk. I ain't gonna lie.
You picture me at the fucking hospital as I'm pushing a patient. I'm like, here, hold this. Can you hold this figure here so I can take a picture of it? as they're on oxygen.
Hey! I'm gonna pose this guy right here. Don't fucking move.
Don't fucking move at all. Like when I had my old job before I worked for where I work now, I had an office and like a desk, and like I had a couple of my Marvel Legends up. Like I had a Thor on one side, a Hawkeye on one side, and then I had like a couple of the 375 Marvel figures. It was like Iron Patriot, Captain America, and I had some Batmans and some Green Lanterns. But like now, I drive around in a big utility van and fix other people's problems if I wanted to explain my job poorly. So I can't have none of that shit in my van now.
You just attach a Furby to your grill. Just roll with that.
Vico says, talk about robotic stuff. There's this game on Cloud Xbox, or just look up, what's that, Fist? And trust me,
Danny looks up Fist all the time.
All the time. I'm a subscriber.
Fist.com is $20 a month.
Use promo code FISTINYA, and you'll get 20% off your next purchase. Yes, they were Mogwai ripoffs. Those little fucking things. I used to see those shits a lot on not KB Toys. Yeah, they were KB Toys. I used to see those shits a lot, and they were so everywhere. Fucking. Well, speaking of I don't think it's more of a conspiracy thing. I think it's more of like toys that would fuck your head up, right? You guys remember they still sell them, the Tamaguchis. You know what I'm talking about?
The little watch animals that you had to feed.
Yeah, you had to feed. So as a kid,
teaches you a thing or two about feeding your kids. That's for sure.
No.
Shut up! I
gotta feed my lizard.
I had.
Why are you tired? Are you starving? When is the last time I fed you?
They gotta make noise. They go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're hungry. Why didn't you just say that?
Right. Oh man, I hope DCF is not watching the show. But like I had one of those when I was a kid. I had bought one, and I had a frog, and like there were times where like somebody had taught me how you need to feed them, you need to play with them, you need to let them take a nap and stuff like that. Like you basically are training a fucking animal on a little piece of it's like a little toy. You're just training an animal, taking care of an animal, right? But there were nights where I would go straight to bed and forget, or I would lose the fucking Tamagotchi somewhere around the house. I couldn't find it. So I would hear this beeping. Then when you fucking find the fucking thing, you see the little photo of the little frog, and he has angel wings and he's floating.
So, dead. You killed him.
That shit would I would feel terrible. I would be like, oh, I'm such a fucking bad human being. I killed my animal.
I killed my beast.
Did you only feel bad until you found the paper clip to stick in the back and reset it and bring him back to life?
Well, I didn't know how to do that as a kid. Now I don't give a fuck. I actually bought one for my one of my daughters. I bought one, and she had the same reaction when the shit died. She was crying one day, and I'm like, "Oh my god, honey, what's wrong? Are you okay?" She's like, "It died. I didn't feed it on time." I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "This stupid ass thing." but as a dad, you got to be
traumatizing my kid.
It's okay. It's all right. Just reset it. Put the paper in the back and just pull it back out and reset the whole fucking thing.
Good. Look,
all right, so here's a good story about here's a good story about things you probably shouldn't admit to your children now that you've got children. I don't know if anybody else or if it's just my small little hick ass town that I grew up in. we had home economics when I was in high school. And one of the projects that you had to do, like one of the things to pass home economics in fucking 8th grade, let me just tell you, this was in 8th grade. They had this robotic baby that you had to bring home.
I remember that.
Like, did anybody else have this?
I remember that.
Like you had to, like, you watch the old cartoons, it's like they'd send you home with an egg. And it's like, just don't break the egg for the weekend. Sure, no problem. Put that bitch in the freezer.
They send me home with 7
Nobody
eggs.
touch it. They sent you with 7 eggs. They all came back fertilized somehow.
They had holes. They had holes this big in them.
So we had these fucking little robots. They gave you this thing. It was like zip tied to your wrist, and it was like a little magnetic key that you had to put in the back of the baby. Anytime it cried, like you had to put it in the back of the baby, like on its back, and so that it would register that you are acknowledging that this baby is crying. And then, like, you would have to feed it, and they'd give you a little bottle thing that had like a magnetic nipple on it that put it in the baby's mouth, or they had diapers that had magnetic things on it that had to be off of the baby for a certain amount of time before it would reset. Like, it was it was like a real baby. And here I am, 8th fucking grade, mind you. 8th grade.
This thing.
So I didn't want to do this, like, because it was like you could do this baby, like you could have this baby project, or you could do this like really long essay project. And I was like, I'm good with writing essays. I'm good at English. I'll write all day. And my mom was like, no, you or your sister had to bring this baby home, so do you, because she was probably thinking if anybody is likely to bring babies home in this house before they're out of high school, it's you, not your sister. So smart move, Mom. I didn't bring home any babies in high school, by the way. So they give me this thing on a Friday afternoon, and they're like, you have to name it, and you have to treat it like a real baby. So I had this little boy baby, and I remember bringing it home. They give you a car seat. Like this was the fucking legit thing. There was like a car seat. There was a diaper bag with their magnetic diapers and bottles.
Can I ask you one question? When this baby was crying, how do you calm it down? Like, what were you doing? Like, did you do the whole like?
You know what? I'm gonna be completely transparent in this story. I got this fucking baby home. I got this little robot baby home. And the first thing I did was cut that fucking zip tie, because my grandfather had a whole bunch of zip ties. So I cut that zip tie off, and I gave that key to my mom and my grandmother, because they were all excited about having a little baby in the house, because they're fucking weird. It's like, it's a robot baby. Why are you so excited about this? And I let them deal with it. That was like Friday night, Saturday night. My grandmother, the first thing my grandmother did was she was like, I'm not lying when I tell you that my mom and my grandmother were like super excited about having this baby. They were like literally carrying it around the house, bopping it on the ass and like patting it and like literally going, shh, shh, shh,
it looks just like you.
And my grandmother goes, I will never forget this. My grandmother, who is the hands down the toughest woman I've ever known in my whole life, she's got this little robot baby in her hand, and she's popping it on its little robot ass, like trying to calm it down. She's like, what's its name? And I remember thinking, I go, what do you mean, what is its name? It's a fucking robot doll. And she goes, you have to name it. I was like, I don't have a name. So then my mom and my grandmother started calling this baby William. Little baby William. They fucking carried little baby William around for the whole weekend. Well, then comes Sunday night. And now I'm just like a responsible parent today. I'm like, grandma and great grandma got you. Dad's going to go fucking party. So I went and did my own thing all weekend. And then Sunday night, I got to come home so I can go to school Monday, because I got to take this fucking baby back on Monday.
Fuck.
My mom is exhausted from babysitting this robot baby, because it was like a legit job for her. So Sunday night, this baby just starts crying outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, hungry, dirty diaper. I don't know. What are things babies cry about? I don't fucking know. I had no experience with this baby. I'm 8th grade. What am I doing with this baby to begin with? So this baby starts crying. Now I still don't have that ring thing on because, or the magnet thing on my wrist because I cut it off to give to my grandparents. I had the new zip tie, and I was like, before I go to school Monday, I'll just zip tie that bitch back on. I'm gonna pass. Because that was one of the things, if you cut that thing off and you come back to school with that magnetic thing off of your hand, then you fail automatically.
Okay.
So I was like, I matched up. I took the cut zip tie. I took it out to my grandpa's, and I'm like, my grandpa's barn. I'm like comparing zip ties. I'm like, all right, this is the perfect zip tie. This is going to look exactly the same. So this baby starts crying Sunday night. You know what I did? And this is the part where I'm like, I probably should never tell my real kids this.
I don't think you should tell us this.
I took that baby, my 8th grade brain. This is the best decision I made. Or the best decision I could come up with.
Oh God, here we go.
Didn't have the key thing on my wrist. So I took the magnetic key thing and I took a little tiny section of medical tape because it doesn't have like the real sticky adhesiveness like duct tape.
Okay.
And I put the key right in its back where it's supposed to be. And then I taped it so it would stay there. And then I put it in its little car seat. And I took it outside. And I put it in my stepdad's car.
Okay.
In the driveway. And then I went to bed. Woke up fresh as a fucking daisy to go to school. That fucking thing was still crying when I went to go to school. Zip tied that fucking key on. And I passed, but you know the first thing the teacher said to me afterwards?
What did she say?
She actually came to me and she was very concerned. She was like, is your family poor, basically? I was like, why are you asking me that? She's like, well, do you guys not have heat in your house? And I was like, we got heat in our house. What are you talking about? She's like, well, all Sunday. I mean, I know you said that you were at your grandparents' all weekend, but then Sunday you went to your house. But Sunday, like the baby's temperatures were reading like in the negatives. Like it was way too cold. It's because I had it outside in the car. And I didn't know they had a thermometer thing in there that registered the temperatures.
Jesus Christ.
So it was like you could have so many marks against you for this fucking thing, but like I had 10 cases of neglect from the night that from the time I put it in the car to the time I gave it back to them, and like 10 things of neglect. And they were like, well, we understand that the neglect thing, because it was probably just crying. You're like, let it cry it out. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought in my fucking eighth grade fucking brain.
I didn't take it in a car overnight. No, I'm good.
But it was in the big thing. I still passed, but they were like, they were concerned that like I lived in a poor house and we didn't have any heat.
Now, do you think these companies that make those babies right back then are the same people that make like the CPR dolls, but also the same, or are they the same people who make the love dolls? Because if you think about it, right? No, I'm serious, right? Like those are kind of like, right? Like here's a good question. Now, if they made, I mean, they do sell love dolls, but now let's say you went to like a marriage counseling group or something, and they did kind of the same thing. They was like, hey, listen, you're a shitty fucking husband, so we're going to send you home with a rubber woman. And I want you to be a good husband to this woman.
That would just drive the point home, wouldn't it?
Now they'll have rules. Like I could see them having like rules and shit. Like they'll like have like they'll make you sign a waiver saying, okay, well, yeah, oh, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. So listen, no, I'm serious. So they before you take the doll, right? And then they even give you the option, like you want brunette, you want blonde, curly hair, straight. Name her William. Name her William or Calvin. Your name is Calvin. Fucking no, so they let you go home, right? So they let you go home, and then and before you go home, they make you sign a waiver and say, hey, listen, you're allowed to caress this woman, this fake woman. You got to spend some time with her. You got to tell her nice things because this is what we check. Nothing else. I think I would fuck that whole thing up because I get lonely. And especially me, I would want the big heavy set one. Like I want that one. I want the one with cushion for the pushing. That's the one I want. Yeah. Cushion for the pushing. That's the one I want. So you imagine, like, I'm thinking, like, you know, they used to do that with those babies, and then you got the CPR, and they're all like rubber. Like, I wonder if like these are the same companies, right, that make these love dolls, right? Because have you seen the love dolls on like TV on some of these documentaries? They look real.
I've not ever seen. I've seen them, but I've never seen one like in person.
I actually, so listen, I would probably, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I would definitely fuck that whole thing up. You send me home, you send a single man home with a fucking rubber woman, a big breasted, big booty rubber woman named William.
Or big booty duty like Cobra Dad does.
Send me home with one of them fucking things, and you know she's gonna come back fucked up.
You know what? I would probably fail that. You're talking like before pre-marriage, like you have to have this doll pass this test before you're allowed to get married. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No,
you want to know why I'd fail?
Like you imagine if they'd be able to send you home with a doll, and all you're supposed to do is love and spend some time with her, and like I can picture mine. Like she'll show up, she'll start off like this, and then she'll come back like this.
You know why I would fail is because it's like if that's a training for marriage, I would fail because maybe like you had 30 instances of your lady being mad at you, and I'd be like, well, I asked her 5 times why she was mad, and it's like, yeah, but you got to ask her 7 before she'll actually tell you. She'll say nothing the first 5 times. Nothing's wrong the first 5 times. If you don't ask those extra 2 times, you fail.
I could picture the love doll like doing like kind of some of the same things as Teddy Ruxpin, asking the same questions. No. Like, hey, like, hi, honey, am I big enough for you? No, no, you're not.
Damn it! Slap it.
Right? Like she has like karate chop action. Like you whip it out, and she just like slaps the shit out of it. Right? Nah, listen.
You bring it back to return, and they're like, what did you think about the doll? It's like, I don't know. Fucking bitch had a headache all weekend long.
I would have like a similar like situation like you did. Like instead of like asking if I'm poor or why was it so cold or anything, they'd be like, you're what's wrong with you? Why is the joints on your doll's legs all loose right now? Why can't she stand straight anymore? Like she was able to like.
That's because I did my job, baby.
I fulfilled my husbandly.
Go ask my ex-girlfriends why they can't stand straight.
There's no way in hell. There is no way in fucking hell that company, right? And this is a make-believe company. I say that, but it'd be funny if like you really look it up and there's really companies that do this. It's could be crazy. There is no way a fucking company that's gonna give you a love doll, right? And send you home, and you're not gonna try to fuck it. There's no way in hell. That'd be bullshit. Nobody.
Is that what the doll is for?
No,
the doll's for. Oh, no, I'm doing all that shit my wife said I'm not allowed
to do. Right? Like my thing is this, right? Even if they make you sign, I don't even think they would want her back. After what I'll do to her.
Sure, go ahead and keep her. You ruined it. Go ahead. She's yours.
It's like, why?
You bring her back and the holes are like blown way out, and you're like, it was like that when I got
it. Oh my god. No,
we have a sensor inside there.
Did you use Vaseline? Oh, you can't use that. You got to use regular this other type of lube.
Our asshole was bleeding.
They didn't give you the lube at the desk on your way out?
Oh my god. No, but seriously, there's no way in hell a company is gonna give you a waiver and say, hey, you're only supposed to like communicate and learn how to communicate and spend time. That's it. There's no way in hell that thing's coming back the same way. Hell no. I'm gonna wear that fucking rubber out.
that toy's coming back smoking a cigarette.
I'm gonna use the same shit that we're using on the '89 Batman. Remember the '89 Batman was coming. Whatever fucking spray that we're using, that's what I'm gonna use.
He's gonna have to take it back 2 days later. Hey, can I get another one? This one's sort of.
Hey, I failed that test. Do I get to take it again?
No. I'm gonna come back. And say, hey, does she come with alternate heads and hands? I need a hand like this.
No, you have the Nicki Minaj model by chance.
Nicki Minaj. I wouldn't be able to handle that one. Not like that, man. Not with this salchicha. Never. Whether you lie, dolls. Jenna James CPR, man. Oh my goodness.
You know what? It would come back. Like imagine if they had like the bruising skin. Like if it like the skin actually bruised. Like the ass cheek
handprints in her ass.
If they fucked around and gave me a doll that's built like Rhea Ripley, this fucking doll would come back. Its ass cheeks would be black. They'd be so bruised.
You know what would be crazy? Like it'll come back like the fucking you'll have the doll for like a week and it'll come back. It's like, sir, what is this tattoo on her ass? And what does it say unworthy on it?
That's my name, baby.
She asked for it. She asked. I swear.
I could just picture you like leaving, like you have her in a week and then you put her on the couch, you brush her hair because you want her to look nice. Put her PJs on her like some fucking psycho, and then you walk out and you're like, and then like you talk to her like after like day 3, you're like fucking talking to this doll. You're like, I'll see you when I get home, honey. All right, don't wait up too late. I'll be here soon. And then like you do one of these, and then like touch her lips at the same time. Then grab a boob before you walk out the door. Oh my goodness.
You had 32 accounts of non-consensual touching. I thought I was married to her. It doesn't matter if it were consensual. If she says no, that doesn't matter. Like we're married, right? No, it doesn't matter, right?
I can picture like.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I know no means no, regardless of the situation. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
No, I was wondering about the bruised skin thing because, like, I always think about it like, like if. No, listen. Hear me out.
I'm trying. I just can't. Like what?
Listen, you kept on going back.
I can't unsee
I'm going back to Pee Wee Herman last week. I got to go back. To this.
Don't get me started with Pee Wee Herman.
Real quick, I got to go back to this.
That man was a national treasure.
Like I always looked at it like this. Like if my wife and I ever divorced, God forbid. If my wife and I ever divorced, you would never hear from me again because I don't know how to exist without my wife. Like I don't know how to exist without my wife. So you would never hear from me again. That's how you'd know I got divorced because you would never just hear from me again because I would have lost my phone somewhere and I'd been like, where is it? And it's just like right under my pillow, but I couldn't find it. But I always say if I ever, God forbid, got divorced, I would never get married again. I would never have another girlfriend. I would never be in another serious relationship. But I would, from time to time, pay for some services.
Okay.
But not for what you're thinking. Like I would be like, all right, listen, here's the $1,300 you want.
I like.
Now all I want you to do is I want you to sit on the couch. You just sit on my couch right here, and just be pissed off. And when I'm gonna walk in the door with my boots on, I'm not gonna take my boots off. I'm gonna walk in the door. I'm gonna have mud all over my boots. I'm gonna walk in the door, right in the door, not take my boots off, and I'm gonna walk across the living room into the kitchen. I'm gonna grab a beer, and then you're gonna say, "Aren't you gonna take your boots off?" And then I'm gonna fucking lambaste you right in the nose.
What the fuck? Why? Wait, why?
I don't know. Because I could never get away with that. She wanted 1,300. I'm getting that 1,300.
What the hell?
I'm just kidding again. I'm kidding. Don't expect an apology, but I am saying I'm kidding. I would never, ever hit my wife. I would never hit a woman. But if you refer to last week, it's stupid to say there's no reason. It's stupid to do that.
I thought you were gonna like say that you were, if you got separated, that you would never get remarried and you would find other options. Like you would go to a porn movie theater, right? And you would sit there, right? And you would
Pee Wee Herman it.
You would Pee Wee Herman it, right? Now going back because I'm gonna revisit this shit now. Now, so you brought it up.
Here we go. I got you fucking
I promise.
Again.
Now, Ravens, you heard you know about the story about Paul Rubens and the whole like movie theater. He was in a pornographic movie theater and he was masturbating and got caught and got in trouble, right?
JP writing Irish sunglasses. Yes, the Irish sunglasses.
So now, what are your thoughts on that? Like back then, was he just like, should he have been left alone in that moment? Like, I understand a movie theater, right? If we're gonna go watch like
you gotta think about what movie theater that was.
It was a porn movie theater, right?
Exactly. You don't think other guys weren't?
It's because he was famous.
But you get that famous moniker on there, and you have a children's show, you're hit. You're done.
Now, do you think he would have gotten the same treatment if he had a love dog with an articulated hand?
I think you could justify that. It's my girlfriend.
Like, how do you
really?
Like you're like right for real. Like I'm listen. I still think it's stupid because again, I think he was brave to do that because
he was brave to jerk off in public.
not
unsung hero. You really want to think about it. He's an unsung hero.
It out with all those other bastards in there. I mean, sure, okay.
He was confident, is what he was. He was
seriously. I think he was. I think he was brave. Well, I mean, he utilized the space for what it was for, right? That's like if you go to the gym, you're gonna not sit there, right? And you're gonna work out, right? You're at a gym, you're paying $10, $20 for a fucking membership every month. You're gonna work out, right? You go to the fucking other movie theater and you're gonna watch a movie, you're gonna buy some popcorn, you're gonna buy something to drink, right? You go to a porn movie theater, what the fuck you think you're gonna do? I'm not gonna sit there like we mentioned.
I mean, I probably would.
I go for the story. I'm sorry, I go for the story.
I probably would have been. I would have tried to be decent and be like, "Hey, so like we know what movie I'm going to see. You got something for me to, put this in?" Like, I'm sure you don't want it on the back of the seat in front of me. So, like, is there someplace else I should put this?
They just start handing out fleshlights to everybody. There you go.
Yeah.
You know what they should have done?
And there's some poor Guatemalan fellow in the back with a pressure washer, like fucking washing off all the fucking used flashlights.
It was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. No worries, senor. We got these.
Like, no worries. I'm gonna get my family here in 2 weeks. You've given us a lot of business.
Give me a bucket or something. Here you go.
How long is this movie? 30 minutes? I'm gonna need a 5-gallon pail, please.
Cobra Dad said, right, everybody jerking in the movie joints. Yeah, seriously, I agree 100%. There is no way in hell those employees or anybody that was before they were profiling him because he was famous. So I feel he was in an appropriate setting for him to be able to do what he needed to do. Again, had I been sitting there, I would have given him a too sweet. I would have given him
working my way to the bottom. I'm gonna find the bottom of this.
That's what I'm gonna say to the love doll. I'm working my way to the bottom. I'm gonna work my way to the bottom.
If you guys see me just like fall over right off of this chair, don't worry, just carry on. I'll be back with you in a minute.
Unworthy's gonna be like, oh, let's see. Unworthy's gonna be like, let's see what this Teddy Ruxpin could really do. So no, seriously, like I think he was he was profile, and I think he was like had it been think of the times now, right? Think of all the times now, everything that people get away with now, right? Like that motherfucker was fine. He was a hero.
He would probably be a hero now. He'd be applauded for what he did.
He is my hero now. He is my hero. He was my hero then and now. Because you know what? For years, I felt uncomfortable in the privacy of my own bathroom. And now I'm thinking like, yo, I could have went to a fucking movie theater and did this shit. Like I could have paid and got popcorn after. Like that's like a whole day well spent, right? That's
Yeah, that's definitely worth the money. Definitely worth the money.
Right. I could picture like them giving them like, you know how you they like you could go up and buy popcorn and sodas, but they sell like lotion too.
Spermicidal lube.
Here's your popcorn. Here's your soda. Here's your KY. Enjoy.
You can rent this love doll while you're at it too. Like if you watch this movie, you can rent this love doll.
Go.
If it comes back with bruises, though, it's a double charge.
Yeah, I'm charging for that. I'm charging for
says keep you as a motherfucking slap on. He was I agree.
Yeah.
He was a national treasure. That man was a national treasure, and he had every right to do what he was doing. I don't see anything.
I mean,
wrong.
what do you expect in that kind of theater? Like, come on, we covered it to death last week.
Yeah, watch the last episode where I basically praised this man. This man was like It was
literally a 2-hour episode of Danny just defending Pee Wee Herman masturbating in public.
I agree. I mean, wasn't just
that public. Again,
public enough.
You go back to saying, you know what it's there for. You know what they're watching.
And also, too,
it was profound.
Now, did the movie theater follow the policies they were supposed to follow, though? Did they have signs? Did they have anything like the videos from before the movie starts, right? Like, turn your phone off. Don't whip your dick out in the middle of the movie. And if
Despite
you do
the movie you are viewing, masturbation is not approved.
Or if you're going to masturbate, please don't moan. Keep it to yourself.
Please don't make awkward eye contact with the person next to you.
That would have been the fucking worst. That would be the fuck.
We talked about that last week. That'd be Danny. He'd be like, the screen's here. Danny'd be like,
me and Pee Wee Herman lock eyes and go, hey.
That's a better question. When it finished, did he make that noise? And was that how he got caught?
Probably.
They're like, I thought that sounded familiar. I was watching that show with my kid this morning before I came to work at the slut fucking movie theater.
Oh man, that fucking guy was a national treasure. I just feel terrible that though he went through all that, and then his whole like career went spiraling down because of that one incident. Like he wasn't hurting anyone. He wasn't like doing it at a park with kids. He was literally at a place. He was an adult who he paid money to go see a film and felt an urge, because I could guarantee you 99% of those employees in there were feeling that urge too, and they did do it. They did a couple of times, and it was all over the seats. But then Raul came with the power wash and he like cleaned it all out. So they covered all the evidence. So, but yeah, that was my Pee Wee Herman spiel right there. Yeah. But
tune in next week. We'll cover all of this again.
Right.
You should have asked for a DNA test. Prove it.
Actually, we probably better not. This is a good chance to plug next week's episode. We better not talk about Pee Wee Herman jacking it.
Yeah.
Because we have a guest coming in next week. It will not put up with this nonsense. This sort of masturbation talk. So we got to get it out of our system now.
We got to get everything out now. So, because our guest next week, we got to be like, you're not going to get this. You're going to get. I don't
think we need to be gentlemen, but I do think we need to not talk about masturbation.
Yeah, that's true. We don't need to talk about that unless they want to. Unless they want to.
I'm guessing probably not. It's just
let's not.
My guess. I'm guessing that's probably not going to be a hot topic that our guest next week, Cushy Mama, is going to want to talk about. I don't think she's going to want to talk
No. So yeah, Cushy Mama is going to be our guest next week. So this is a conversation. We're going to let it all out now. We're not going to talk about
get it out of our system.
And if you fit like Unworthy, I need a favor. Like if you see that it's about to come out again, I need you to
I'll mute you. I'll mute you.
Don't mute me. Just give me like one of those baseball signals. Like let's come up with our own. Like do like
this.
Like that's perfect. Or do this. Or do. Give me one of those, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm not gonna do it.
Like, oh,
But yeah. So that's fucking amount.
He's like, if we can't talk about jerking tonight, I'm not tuning in.
Yeah, Pee Wee defense. Listen, if you were in that situation, Bill, and you got yourself in trouble, but you were at that setting, I would still defend you. I would have picket signs in the front of that theater.
I would take the bar exam and I'd be your lawyer, Bill. They'd call me UnworthyCollector. See what I did there?
Digital addict via PM. Seriously, I would hold picket signs saying "Free Bill," let his balls free, and stuff like that. Like I would have signs. Free Bill.
He'd be holding the sign that said, it'd be like the world's longest sign. It'd be like, Bill ain't done nothing wrong. He was jerking it off, and they didn't even have signs.
That's another thing too. They should sell like socks to keep you warm. Keep you warm. They got the Christmas kind.
I don't know. It'd be weird for him to sell you socks. I mean, it'd be weird for him to sell you. They sell you socks. I mean, then what? The theater gets busted for having like little toddler socks in their premise.
Oh, no. Oh my god,
that'd be even worse.
That would be even worse.
We caught Toy Addict 17 stroking it in a public movie theater, and what's worse is he was stroking it in a toddler sock. The news at 9.
No, that would not be me.
And you'd be like, I didn't even fill it up.
No, fuck that. That would not be me. No. Oh man. But yeah. Fucking movie theaters. Love dolls, man. Yeah. So listen, we need to find some love dolls. I kind of want one. I want to try one. Seriously, I'm serious.
I actually I had this conversation with a friend of mine. We were going to purchase a blow up doll, and we had a friend that had to go get. He'd reached that special age that like I'm actually coming up on soon, where you got to go get your rectal exam, and we were going to buy a blow up doll of a gentleman. Blow it up, and we were going to put it in the passenger seat of his car. So when he was late, we'd be like, "Oh, that's why you're late. Oh, some rectal exam." But it didn't work out because unbelievably, you can find blow-up dolls all over the place, but you can't really find dude blow-up dolls. Which I know it's wild that I'm looking for a dude blow-up doll, but like that, we were really trying to pull a prank. Can't find a dude blow-up doll. It's amazing how hard it is to find a dude blow up doll.
You should have just got the sheet.
Well, we were
You walk.
And then we were gonna take a dildo with the suction. We were gonna put super glue on the suction part, and we were gonna smack it right on the top of his vehicle, so that like he couldn't just take it off. And like if he did get it off, like can you imagine the scene of him trying to get it off of his car, super glued? Didn't work out though. Maybe next time.
I could picture you like walking into the fucking VIP stores or one of the stores looking for a male blow-up doll. It's like, do you guys have a Calvin or a William here?
No, you know what? Honestly, you know what I would do if I had to like ask a clerk.
Okay.
If I had to go into one of those stores and ask a clerk, where do you keep the dude blow-up dolls? I would actually call you. I would have you on speakerphone. And then, like, whenever I was asking, I'd be like, I'm not going to ask them that. All right, fine, Danny. I'll ask them. Where can I buy a dude blow-up doll?
Right. Well, tell Danny.
It's for him. It's not for me. It's for him. Can you tell him where I would find a blow-up doll?
Then with my fucking luck, every time I go in the mail, I'll find, like, little brochures of coupons and stuff, and you'll see the guys like this little fucking brochures. And my kids will be like, Dad, what the fuck is this? I'm like, fucking unworthy piece of shit.
You're like, Dad, is there anything else you want to tell us about the divorce? Like, was there other hidden reasons, maybe?
Oh, man.
Tell us the truth. Is Calvin really a scorned lover?
It sounds like it. You blocked him on social media.
Oh Lord, fucking Calvin, man. Fucking Calvin. Oh man, Raven, what's been going on with you, man? Like as far as like what's been going on as far as like the stuff that you've been doing, man? Because you've been doing a lot of like amazing like photos lately, as far as like toy pics and stuff like that, man. What have you been like really like dabbing into it? Like I know you do a lot of the horror stuff. You've been doing a lot of that. Speaking of horror, we were talking you watched the voyage of the
meter,
right?
Yeah.
You watched, I mean, like without any spoilers, right? Without any spoilers. Like what would you rate this movie like from 1 to 10? What would you rate it?
I definitely put it up there, like probably about an 8.
Really?
8.
Now, what are some of the things without spoiling? Like, what are some of the things that stood out in that movie?
It made me jump. I haven't jumped in a long time. Like in a script, the jump scares in there were like they just timed really, really well, and it was just a well put together story for what it was, and the ending was perfect for.
I heard it was like it was based off of the old one with
it's the original Bram Stoker,
yeah. So it's like based it takes place where the ship, right, where they were going to, so that's that whole scene. Now, do you remember that? You watched the old one, right?
Oh yeah.
I always thought what was the girl's name? I totally forgot her name. The one that was bitten and she like the one they chopped her head off and she became a vampire in the end. What was Lucy?
Yep.
I always thought she was fucking hot, man. I think I liked her she was a horn dog, the whole fucking horn toad, the whole movie. But like after when she became a vampire, I was like really into her ass.
Well, you got that.
Like
vampire,
I would have fucking like that one scene where like she's holding, that scene where she's holding the baby. The baby was really crying because she was really scared in that real scene. But like that whole scene, the guy, she's like talking to the guy and she's like, "Take me," and she's like doing this, and he's like, I would have went. I would have said, "Fuck it,
let's go."
I would have, I would have been a vampire right now.
Yep.
She would have had the love doll treatment. She would have had the love doll treatment at that point. Have you watched the old Gary Oldman Dracula movie?
All the time.
Unworthy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one with Gary Oldman, yeah.
Did you like Lucy as much as I like Lucy?
I mean, I have a tendency to make bad decisions, so I mean, I wouldn't have kicked her out of the bed.
No.
For sure.
Hell no. That one scene where I always like that one scene where like where's that? Winona Ryder is like walking out. I can never say her fucking name. Winona. How do you say her name?
Winona.
Why? Nona? Why?
Why,
Nona? Stop whining, Nona. So I always love that scene where she's like looking for Lucy, and like you see this big old fucking werewolf of a beast, and he's just doing his thing, man. And I'm like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like a beast. But then deep down inside, like in real life, I'm not. I'm more of like a more like a puppy, a chihuahua. I'm more of a chihuahua. Nothing happens. It's like, well, you tried. Good. You did. E for effort.
Hey, best effort.
E for effort. You did great. But I'm definitely gonna check that movie out, man, because it looks really, really good.
No, what is this movie?
What was it? Voyage.
Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah, it looks really good, man. Now another movie I recommend you guys to watch is Cobweb. You guys see that?
I've heard about that. I've heard about it.
It's like fucked up. It's a fucked up movie. I highly recommend you guys watch. It's on Netflix.
Is that Demeter? It's on the Last Voyage of the Demeter. Is that like in theaters now?
Yes. It's in theaters now. Yeah, in theaters now. I highly recommend that. Well, I want to watch that, but I highly recommend Cobweb if you haven't seen Cobweb. That movie is really fucking good. So
I saw that on like Vudu the other day. I was like, I want to check that out. Well, we've got what, two more pretty high profile horror movies coming out. We got The Exorcist.
Exorcist
movie and a Nun too.
The Nun looks great. I can't wait to see that. That looks really great.
Yeah.
I actually missed out on the horror Monster Mania convention I was supposed to go to in August, but I can't miss out on this. I have one coming up in September. It's called Horror Fest over here in Connecticut, and Nick Castle is going to be there, so he's going to be one of my like grail people to meet.
Yeah.
She's going to be there, and also Kane Hodder is going to be there. A couple people, the guy that plays Sam. A couple people are going to be there, so I'm excited to go to that. But yeah, a lot of great movies. The new Saw movies coming out. Looks great. New Saw movies coming out looks really good, and then yeah, I mean spooky season is here.
Five Nights at Freddy. Oh.
I'm not looking forward to that shit. I'm not even about to bother with that. But I think spooky season is around the corner, so I feel like a lot of they got a lot of great movies coming out. I just wish, and then there's talks about they're gonna make a new Scream. It's supposed to be like another ending Scream. Now, speaking of horror stuff, did you guys do any gaming? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre game came out.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing great things about that. From what I know, Kane Hodder is the one who did the mocap for Leatherface.
Nice.
He did that, so it's pretty cool. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Stranger Things?
We're supposed to
saw
have the Crystal
teaser
Lake
trailer.
The Crystal Lake show coming out.
Crystal Lake show coming out. I don't know if you guys ever watched Never Hike Alone. They got a second one coming out. I paid for the Kickstarter for the second movie to come out. That's free on YouTube. I highly recommend that because it's a really good fan made Friday the 13th movie is really good. So I definitely recommend that.
Bringing Back Tommy was nice.
Yeah, right. Like that he was popular. I just wish they would have kept Corey Feldman around. Yeah. But I mean, I know he was like too busy making #1 hits.
He's a comeback king. Did you hear that one?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that one. I like the one where he's like wearing the hoodie at the morning show and he's like doing the whole like go for it. Like that shit was fucking nuts. I still would love to meet him. So yeah, we're at the part of our show. We're gonna do some plugs.
Which part are we at?
The Love Doll giveaway.
The Love Doll giveaway.
Oh, okay.
You missed it.
Superman Hush Love Doll coming at you.
Yeah, right. So we're at the part of our show where we're going to do a couple of plugs here. So first off, before plugging anything, I would like to plug our guest, Mr. Raven's Eye Studios 21. If you guys are not following Raven's Eye Studios 21, go do so right now on Instagram. He has phenomenal toy photography shots. He's also a dial maker. He's done some dials. He did a phenomenal dial with a fence, and he did a couple of ones with some trees. Really good. Great overall guy. Go check him out. Very supportive in the community. I was super happy to have him on the minute I asked him. I was like, I want you on, man. But so definitely an awesome guy. If you guys are not following, again, it's on Instagram at Raven's Eye Studios 21.
I knew he was gonna fuck it up at some point.
You jinxed me.
I knew it was gonna happen.
You fucking jinxed me. But like, if you guys are not following him, go ahead, go give him a follow now. Again, very supportive, awesome shots, and just an overall awesome guy. So definitely go check him out.
I'll thank you.
And JP Rider Kick said it best. If you're not following Raven, you get fucked.
That should be a shirt. Raven, you should get a shirt like that. Perfect shirt.
We're gonna do that shirt.
There you go. Now, very excited for this next one. Black and Wednesdays is back next month.
Yes.
Now, this time we're doing with a dash of purple. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Again, it's a fun collab challenge, whatever you want to call it. There is no pressure. It's all are welcome. Just like I always say, tell people, use the hashtag TA_Black and Wednesdays. Black and white shot. You can use any line of figures that you want and just add some purple to your shots. It could be purple accessory, purple figure, purple lighting, whatever way you could use purple in your shots, use it. The point is that you're having fun and you're being creative. That's all I ask. those are the only criteria that I have. And I don't honestly, it was meant to bring people together just to have fun and do what we do, right? Because all this stuff is just fun. So again, thank you. So Black and Wednesdays again, it's back next month with the dash and purple. Now, with that being said, so usually
you're really missing an opportunity here. You should have called it a punch of purple. Get that
purple
alliteration there with the PPs, because I know you're a fan of the PPs.
The PPs. So Black and Wednesday. So we got September with purple. Now I usually take a month off after I do a whole month of Black and Wednesdays, but I'm not going to do that. So following Black and Wednesdays in September, we're going to have Black and Wednesdays in October. Now, Black and Wednesdays turns a year old on October 4th. So I'm going to have this big Black and Wednesday celebration the whole month of October. Me and Unworthy have talked. We got some big things coming up. Giveaways, all sorts of stuff we got coming up. We're still discussing. So we're very excited about what's coming up. But Black and Wednesdays turns a year old in October. So I'm planning on having a big old show just to kind of recap the year and recap some shots, have a bunch of guests who have participated. And also we're going to do giveaways. We're going to do a bunch of giveaways for Black and Wednesday. So please stay tuned for that. We'll have more information on that. But again, thank you, everyone. This is not about me. This is about you guys. You guys have made this possible. You guys have made this. This was supposed to be something just for me. And this is supposed to be something I didn't even want to do. And the fact that you guys took the time to actually enjoy it and take part in it and want to take part in it when I even was like, well, I only thought I was going to do it this one time. I'm very grateful. Again, there's no pressure in doing this. You're not forced to do this collab. But I am grateful and I am thankful that you guys take part in it because you make me happy because this is my baby and I do love Black and Wednesdays. So I appreciate that. What else do we got?
I don't think we have any other plugs up on there, but I do want to take a second to shout out everybody that joined in on the UC No Justice collab yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was villainous was the theme. It was any DC Comics TV show, movie, any villain for the DC universe, and what a fucking turnout there was for it.
That was good.
I think everybody
really, really good
that joined in on that. The next one is coming September 7th, and it is Bad Girls. So I'm extending it on a little bit. It was supposed to originally just be DC female villains or female anti-heroes, but I realize there's a big deficit in the amount of figures you can get that matches up with that. So it's also like any female heroes or female heroes getting taken down, and not like Pee Wee Herman's dick in a movie theater. But yesterday there was a gigantic collab. So thank you to everybody that participated. Thank you to everybody for being patient with me while I figured it all out on how to include so many people. It was enormous. 44 people was the last at the last count. How many people joined in on it?
Enormous.
4 people joined in on this collab, and it was amazing. It was fun. Everybody, I've had a lot of good feedback from it. So thank you to everybody that joined in on the Justice collab yesterday, not last week.
Awesome. Yesterday. And please take part in those collabs because they're fucking phenomenal. They're great. I've even been stepping out of my comfort zone just to do those collabs because they're fucking amazing.
Doing super villain stuff.
Super villain stuff, right? It's and listen, horror could be anything, right? Horror could be anything. I think Darkseid. I did a Darkseid shot and he's fucking scary. So, take part in these and they're a great way to kind of just, if you don't have anything, if you can't think of something to do or don't have any ideas and your creative juices are not flowing, and you really can't go to the movie theater and do like Pee Wee did, fucking join a collab. Yep. Do a collab, you know what I'm saying? Because they help out, but there's more for you guys just to have fun. Again, the UC No Justice collabs, they're phenomenal. And listen, I've been having a blast, so I can't wait to I don't know, the Bad Girls, I'm gonna have to figure out what I have so I could join that one. But I'm excited.
The other thing too, which was really cool and really fun about seeing this collab, is I kind of get a little peek behind the curtain. I get to see everybody's shots before they all get posted because I make the collages and all that. And there was a few shots that came in for this fucking collab.
Oh, man.
That as soon as I saw them, I was
Jump
like,
in.
because I've been planning this big top shots of the year. Like I'm gonna do like this Unworthy AF episode where it's like my top favorite shots of the year. And I saw a few come in on this collab, especially that are like going way up on the list. Looking at you, Rider Kick and Toy Art Unlimited. You know, amazing work from these guys. So again, I can't thank everybody enough for joining in on this collab. If I sound like I'm rambling, it's because I am.
He's drunk. That moonshine
This
got
bottle of moonshine was full when I started.
Yes, it was.
Now, Raven, do you have anything you want to plug, dude? Anything you want to like put out there?
I want to kind of throw out there congrats to Blitzfix for 5,000.
Oh,
that guy!
Congratulations!
And
congratulations, Benny.
For him getting that score. That's really cool.
That's awesome. Yep.
All just everybody out there, keep doing your shots. They're amazing. They're inspirational. These collabs, you know, like you said, you can't think of anything, do a collab. It'll put your brain at ease. It'll make you just start thinking. Other than that, like on Wednesdays, do them. They're amazing. They're awesome. Do it.
So we also did I was also part, me and Unworthy, all of us were a part of the Tuscan Bros collab to dedicate to show homage and remembrance to our friend Ryan, Tuscan Traders. We all did shots just to kind of, you know, pay homage to him. I did a shot, Unworthy did an amazing shot. Ravens did also. So, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think mine was all that amazing.
Yours was great. I actually really liked yours. Yours was really great. But I think you know, that stuff, you know, that was special too to do. You know what I'm saying? And forgive me for all those. I was, you know what? We don't do that. Anyway,
now we don't do that. Don't say something that's gonna make us have to apologize. We already said it a million times. We ain't doing apologies no more.
We ain't doing that shit no more. No, but yeah. So if you don't have any ideas, take part in the collabs. If you don't got any ideas, or if you've never been in a collab, right? If you've never been in a collab, take part in one. You know what I'm saying? There's so many. There's the Black and Wednesdays, there's the UC collabs, there's the Toy Mercs Weekly, there's
get in on the Toy Mercs.
The Power Rangers, the wrestling collabs. There's a bunch of collabs you could do. There's a bunch of stuff you could do. Go take part in all those. I have been really enjoying the Splatter Saturdays. Those are fun.
Yeah.
I just gotta learn how to
Splatter Day.
Splatter Day, yeah. So I've been
fucking forgetting. Fire this man, dead man.
I've been forgetting to fucking put them as guest co-collabor. Yeah, I always forget to do it. So I remember this Saturday though.
Because this week, aside from Splatter Day and their custom Sundays, they feature custom stuff. But this week's theme was like unlikely fights.
Picked by Blitz. Yeah, Benny picked that one up. Yep. So
and there's been some dope shots that have come in with that unlikely fights. Like shout out to Dead Man Juan, always pulling that together.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't have any other plugs. And if you want to look for any toy related shows, go check out me and Unworthy and the Unworthy Addiction page on our link tree. We have all the shows that you can watch, whatever you're into. If you're into just shows about toy reviews, just a photo, toy photography, or you like naughty ones like ours, there's a bunch of shows you could look. Even like pages from like stores, like check out Chubsy Wubsy store. That's my man's right there. Go check out his professionals. We could, and all types of stuff. So if you're looking to, if you don't know where to look, go check our link tree. We have a bunch of stuff you can look at. Other than that, we got next week is anime versus. Ooh, nice. Ooh. I don't have any
anime figures. Yeah.
Me neither. I don't have any.
I do have a unlikely fight shot that I'm going to be posting tomorrow because I don't have. It's been one that's I've been planning. I'm not gonna tip my hat and reveal what it is, but there was a shot that I've been planning on, like a crossover fight To the point where like I even had I had planned for one of the No Justice collabs to be like a versus or a face-off thing where it's like any characters fighting each other, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm posting it for the toy marks. Do it for the culture. Do it for the community. Do it for the culture.
Now, we usually end the show with a quote, so I have a very fitting quote for tonight. And it comes from yours truly, Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. And that quote is simply this: I will take my rightful place among the gods as the new face of fear. Yes. And with that being said,
not just rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, but with that being said, also, good night, beautiful. Right? Oh,
not everyone.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Good night, beautiful.
Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button
Click that notification bell
for more content.